Come on in. I don't see Emmy with you.
No,
She's not sick again, is she? From the tone of his voice, I don't think the nurse is expecting me to say, yeah, she's ill. She said she'd forgotten to do something and she had to just give out, but she'll see you later today. The nurse heaves an exasperated sigh. Honestly, that girl. She's been avoiding me. Yesterday she was in and out of here without even taking off her prosthetics. And now this. At least it's not just me that Emmy doesn't want worrying. That's a comfort, I guess? Still, I feel like I should say something about her leg. I said I'd lie for her, but she really needs to see him. Now that you mention it, she was limping pretty badly today. And last night as well. The nurse's eyes narrow at the word
last night?
Not limping, but last night. And what exactly were you two doing last night?
We were not killing midgets.
Like we're having sex, you wouldn't know that she was limping. Unless you're having some weird ass kind of sex.
You're having chasing sex.
That involves walking. We were, on a date. The nurse raises his eyebrows as if surprised.
I wouldn't have
Really interesting. Huh? Oh, nothing. His gaze turns thoughtful and then he grins at me. You don't think you could use some of that boyfriend charm to get her to come see me today, could you?
No,
of course.
There's not enough charm in the world.
I'm not doing that anyway. I think she's really hurt, just pretending she isn't. Yes. She does do that.
Often.
Afraid I'll make her stop running. Will you? I don't like to, but if it's bad enough that she's limping, well...
Well, I'm pretty sure if she came first,
before I can make that call. I see. I mean, not allowed to run? Perish the thought. I don't know if she'd be able to function without running. No wonder she's reluctant to admit anything's wrong. Well, I'll make sure she sees you. Good. Oh, and before I forget, he grins at me in what I feel like is a vaguely threatening manner. Don't forget that I know what medications you're on. You be careful around Emmy, got it? Wow. He looks serious, too. Got it. Don't hurt Emmy. Wouldn't dream of it.
Picks up axe.
Grand! I'd hate for you to be late. Huh? Late. As in the late Hisao Nakai. He frowns briefly, dissatisfied. That sounded better in my head. Well, at any rate, get out of here before you miss your first class. You've got things to do, I'm sure. Shoot! As I leave, I notice the nurse pulling out his phone and dialing a number.
It's 911. We have an emergency.
Aiko, your daughter's being a pain in the ass again. I'd better head back to my room or I really will.
Wait.
Hey, wasn't he supposed to check my heart rate or something? You remember who Maiko is, right?
No. Oh,
Okay.
it's yes, I remember.
That
She's the chick with the big.
Just
big
also
breasts.
Maiko, your daughter's a pain in the ass. Slut
Wait.
censored that bitch. The lunch bell sounds and I bring myself out of the stupor I slipped into during the morning's classes. My lack of sleep last night, coupled with the increased pace of this morning's run, has left me a little exhausted. Despite that, I find myself skipping stairs up to the roof. There's a thrill of excitement now, in addition to the pleasure one gets from eating lunch with one's friends. True, both Emmy and Rin are still my friends, but Emmy has become more than that now. Rin is back in her usual spot on the roof, almost as if she'd never been absent. Feeling better, I take it? A raised eyebrow is my reward for speaking.
Wait. Those are raised eyebrows. I thought she just like dilated her pupils like she was getting high or something.
You don't know. Better than what? Or better than you felt yesterday? Rin gives my question some serious thought. I'm not sure. I think I might have felt rather good for some of yesterday.
That is really disorienting. This is really disorienting.
What is?
Like this. Like
what?
I kind of want to turn myself to make her upright.
You know what's disorienting? The fact that this is the best fucking song in this game. Too much cold medicine? Well, I was asleep. That's usually pretty good. but I can't remember what it feels like to be asleep because I'm not conscious for it. It's a real problem. Then again, if I knew how good it felt, I might not sleep anymore. But this way I keep trying, so I guess that's how I can keep from being overtired. An mystery to keep you sleeping at night? Maybe mystery is the wrong word. Intangibility might be the proper way to describe it. I see. No, I really don't see it all. I have no idea what she's talking about, but that's okay since I rarely do.
No one ever knows what she's saying.
Do you remember what sleeping feels like? Like yesterday. Do you remember what you felt like sleeping yesterday?
No, but I know what I felt like when I woke up.
Well, I actually didn't get a whole lot of sleep yesterday.
What were we doing?
Maybe that's because you remember subconsciously. Yeah, actually, I think I was worrying about Emmy. Doesn't Emmy worry enough about herself?
Yeah.
I hadn't considered that, but it gives me pause. True, but would she ask for help if she needed it? Rin frowns and I raise an eyebrow. Will I get a proper answer? Probably not. Is there something she should be asking for help with? Her leg, for starters. This seems to catch Rin's interest. Leg? It's hurt. She didn't see the nurse about it. I love this face.
I know, right? It's like,
Ah. It's like, bitch, what are you talking about? Rin shakes her head in disapproval. You have to make her. Like she makes me go to class. For her own good.
Wait, what, for her own good?
Well, you have to make her go to the nurse for her own good.
That's convoluted.
Otherwise, she could lose her legs again. And that's just weird.
Excuse me?
Losing things twice. Especially if you don't find them again to begin with.
Yeah, okay. She answered my mind. She's reading it.
Prosthetics are the same as finding something. But that's a different kind of lost, isn't it?
No, it's not.
I think so. I wonder. Wonder what? Emmy seems to have snuck up on Rin and I, though Rin doesn't seem especially surprised, which is itself unsurprising, I suppose. Rin manages to sit herself upright quite expertly, throwing her upper body forward and using her momentum to right herself. Your leg, how's it feel? That earns me a frown and a bit of a glare.
Oof.
It's okay, I think. Not worth worrying about.
Yeah, yes, it is.
Tell that to the nurse. He's quite insistent that you visit him, you know. Emmy pouts like I just told her she's been grounded.
You have.
Worries too much.
Stop scratching your mic.
Grounded? Cause if she has to take off her prosthetics to fix her legs, she'll be closer to the ground.
That's just a bad joke on your part.
That was so funny.
See, now we're gonna get a bunch of dislikes on this video because you're such an ass.
It's not a big deal, it's just a little soreness. I try to resist rolling my eyes in exasperation. It's like, she said, it said she looks like she'd been grounded, and you said she has, so my mind was just like, wait, you have to think of a pun about that. You have to right now. If it's nothing, then you should have no problem seeing him, right? Emmy narrows her eyes suspiciously. Did he put you up to this?
He might have paid me off.
Maybe, a little. But that's not the point. I would have reminded you to see him anyway. It would be terrible to see you really hurt and not doing anything about it. That would make it worse. And I really don't want to see you hurt, you know? Call me crazy, but I would really prefer to see you happy and healthy. With each statement, Emmy's frown fades a bit more until eventually she's grinning, albeit a little shyly. Well, if you're gonna put it that way, then I guess I'll have to see him.
Ooh.
Otherwise, you'll keep worrying, and then I'll never hear the end of it, right?
I think I'm winning. I'm not sure, but I think I'm winning.
That's right. I'll keep bugging you about it, and that might put a damper on our dates.
Hang on a minute. Is Emmy's bad path Emmy dying?
I don't think any of the bats are the people dying.
Damn it.
How's the food? How's the food, Sal? Talk to the nurse, Emmy.
What?
How was your day, Sal? Talk to the nurse, Emmy.
What?
Hey, Sal, I think I'm ready to go all the way. Talk to the nurse, Emmy.
Wait, what is going on?
He's emulating how it would put a damper on their dates.
Oh.
And I particularly like the last one. Hey, Sal, I think I'm ready to go all the way. Talk to the nurse. See, it doesn't work that well. Emmy giggles at my high-pitched rendition of her own voice and gives me an affectionate shove.
Oh, okay. Ow! I just hurt my foot. Fuck.
Because she shoved you.
Uh.
My voice isn't that high, jerk.
Yes, it is.
I thought it was pretty accurate.
Rin thinks everything is accurate.
Emmy and I stare at Rin for a while before I burst into laughter. Emmy crosses her arms and huffs, mock of. You're both jerks. Such vile. Yeah. Calumnies.
Calumnies.
From you, young woman. I'm not that good at words, guys. Come on, what do you expect from me? The fuck is that thing?
I think you expect this. What is going on?
I'm stunned that you would call me, of all people, a jerk. Honestly, I don't know what to think. I don't know what to do with
That must be one of those
right
SAT words that
I don't know how to deal with this. Emmy sticks out her tongue at me. You ass.
And I'm an ass too.
So Rin, how's the art club these days? Rin, seemingly as surprised by this sudden change of topic as I am, takes a minute to think before answering. I believe it is okay. Although Nomiya keeps telling me to work harder.
Work harder? Harder. You mean work more?
You have no idea how hard that hits me in the feels.
What?
Just...
I don't understand.
Sorry, you play Rin's path before this one, and you get to this line, and just...
Oh god. Oh god.
Anyway.
God, I know too much.
But I don't think he understands my methods. He always struck me as slightly creepy. Rin ponders this statement for a while. If you remember, he's the guy in the like multicolored shirt with the tiny purple glasses. It's like, hey kids!
No, I don't remember.
Rin ponders this statement for a while. I've never really noticed. But I don't pay attention to him most days, so maybe that's why. How often do you meet? Thinking of joining us out? What? Nah, I've already decided to join a club. Really? Which one?
The science club.
Well, it's not really much of a club, to be honest. Oh, you joined the Tea Club? Oh, wrong path. No. I joined the science club.
I think. You know, you build explosives and talk about black holes all day.
Emmy looks highly confused. We have a science club? Not really. It's just me. So that's not a club. That's sitting in your room reading books. No, I mean it's just me and Mutao. I'm just the only student so far. Mutao? Really? No, one of the other teachers in this school. He's the only fucking one.
Well, she has her own teacher because she's not in our class.
Yeah. A thought strikes her. Oh, is that what you were talking about yesterday? Your meeting with Mutao? Yeah, that was our first meeting, I guess. Emmy giggles. Nerd. Hey, I can't help being clever.
Ooh.
Ooh. You know, I could have used your help years ago. You had your heart attack earlier in life, Sal.
Thanks.
I laugh, and then realize this is probably one of the only times I've laughed about my heart attack. Hindsight. Yeah. The ringing of the bells ends our conversation.
They didn't eat.
Shut up. Yes, you better go. Yeah, I guess so. Come on, Rin, you too.
But I didn't get my munchies. I want my munchies.
Rin has apparently begun to doze off, so Emmy gives her a sharp bump. I almost had it. Sorry, but you need to go to class. And you need to see the nurse.
Oh.
Oh. No sex till you see the nurse.
I don't think that's how that works.
I disagree, but maybe if I nap in class, I'll get it this time. I thought that was the sound for a minute, so I flipped the voice. Changing location is sometimes helpful for that kind of thing. Neither Emmy or I bother asking what it is. Rainbow Wizard!
Well, wouldn't it be that, not it?
Shut up.
I love Grin.
As we arrive at my classroom, Emmy gives me a quick kiss and heads down the hallway, Rin in tow.
Yes! Cool.
Miss us?
I don't.
I turned to enter the classroom to be met by the duo of Shizune and Misha.
Woo!
Signing.
Sign.
Misha seems to be fighting a losing battle to keep from breaking into a fit of giggles when she translates Shizune's latest rant. While we are pleased, nay, thrilled to see how well you've managed to make new friends and forge relationships, and with such a Shan. I think that last part was probably Misha. More signing. We nevertheless feel compelled to politely remind you that public displays of affection are strictly forbidden. Really? That's disappointing, Misha-chan. By Section 8 of the Code of Conduct laid out in the student handbook.
Wait. Can I go down her path real quick and just prove her wrong?
You don't really publicly display anything in your path.
Fuck. Only in her house in front of her father. Damn it.
Your father is the best fucking character. In this case, however, ignorance of the law may be your excuse, as we are feeling lenient.
What? Okay, language.
And the payment required to punish the both of you would only add to the already mountainous volume of work which confronts us, the sole members of the student council. Besides, you two are adorable together.
Wait a minute, they're the only people in the student council?
Yes.
Wait.
You haven't figured that out by now?
No, I haven't.
Are you stupid?
But wait a minute, isn't, what's her name in the student council too?
Lily?
Yeah.
Not really.
She's just in it for the party.
She's like not really in the student council.
So no one really is, they're just in it for the booth at the,
Dude, you know what I just realized?
What?
Like, 20 minutes ago when I turned down the volume, I didn't turn down Katawa's volume, I turned down my entire volume. Which is why it was still hard to hear you over the volume.
That's your fault.
Yeah, I know. Therefore, consider this a formal warning, and please refrain from such displays in the future. At least when Shizune can see you, Chan. This whole spiel is so patently ridiculous that I can't help but reply in the same pompous manner.
I want to slap them.
Well, I for one feel enlightened.
You know what
I apologize profusely for my rash actions and will strive to contain my baser impulses, which I fear impel me towards such inappropriate displays of public affection. It is hardly my wish to burden an already overworked student council with such petty matters, and I will do my best to make your lives easier in this matter in the future. At least when Shizune is watching. This last line is delivered with a wink to Misha, who finally loses control of her laughter. Well said, Chan. Chuckling a little myself, we enter the classroom.
Enter.
Chuckling. Class is uneventful, and after the final bell rings, I find myself alone with Mitawa again. So, it looks like we've all assembled for the second meeting of the science club. Or is it the first? What do you think? Should we count yesterday as a meeting? Well, we did form the club yesterday, didn't we? That seems like club business, so we can safely call it a meeting.
Wait. Don't they have to get this officially declared by the school?
Nope, because he's a teacher.
Fuck this.
So fuck it. And because this is a school for disabled people, so fuck it.
Fuck it all.
Mutau smiles in his usual stilted and awkward way. I wonder if the muscles in his face are just not shaped correctly to let him smile naturally. You really have the knack for this, I think. Logical thought processes, that is. I guess so. A scientist speaks with authority is how. The answer here is yes, I do. When the world wants to know how it works, we tell it. Even if all God is a decent hypothesis.
String theory!
But we must sound certain anyway, because we're the authorities on the subject, right? He chuckles to go along with his awkward smile and his awkward joke. I'm doing my best not to grimace, but I don't think I'm being too successful. That's entirely false, of course.
Yep.
We know, I'm not sure, but nobody's an expert on how the world works, if only because nobody can be sure.
I am.
No, there are no experts. But we like to pretend sometimes. There's some things we can be certain of, right?
No, nothing.
Yes, but no.
Nothing is true. Everything is permitted.
We know gravity's there, for example.
No, it isn't. It's a lie.
To illustrate, Mateo picks up a pencil and drops
That
it.
said Illuminati 2 seconds ago, I swear to God.
See? Still there. It's good to check every once in a while.
No, it isn't. It's like the cat. You don't know if it's dead or alive.
That's why you still see researchers mucking around with gravity.
I am really insane.
We're pretty much sure we know how it works, but there's always a chance that something isn't how we think it is. So you check, and you check, and you check. Not science in a nutshell.
Just keep
The whole
checking.
The whole time I've listened feeling rather spellbound. Mateo seems to really be passionate about this stuff, I think. It's hard to tell sometimes. How the world works, how humans work, how the universe works, with Morgan Freeman. All these questions to be unanswered. And depending on what I go into, maybe I could even find a way to fix my heart. That said, I don't think that's a real priority for me. I'll leave that to Morgan Freeman.
You're a robot.
Besides, as we start discussing the book he gave me yesterday, I found myself more and more interested in that rather than my heart condition.
I just got that joke you slipped in there.
I think I'll leave Morgan Freeman to worry about my heart.
Morgan Freeman will
He can
fix
just
it all.
talk at it for a few minutes and it'll be instantly fixed.
Yep.
Before we even realize it, an hour's gone by. Well, let's call this meeting over for now, okay? We'll have another meeting tomorrow, or the day after. You can stare at this for a moment. Call it the day after. I've got a lot of grading to do.
Yeah,
Okay.
that cheese, it's gotta get grated.
See you then. As I exit the classroom, I realize that I really don't have anything to do tonight. I mean, I didn't make plans, so I guess I'll go to the library. Beats homework anyway.
Yay,
Yeah, you-
Lily!
We're hoping you'd be like, I don't have anything to do tonight, except Emmy. The library always seems cooler than the rest of the building. Probably to keep the books from getting damaged by the excessive heat and humidity.
That's not how paper works.
Shut up!
Yeah, it actually is.
Shut up, Adachi!
What?
Shut up!
Would you call me?
Adachi.
What is that?
Never mind.
I don't
Books are sturdy objects, but if you want to keep them in good condition, it takes a little effort.
I don't understand.
I know. I've got several books that are so well worn that pages are barely clinging to the spine. It seems impossible for them to still be usable, but if you handle them with care.
Well, if they're made out of parchment and leather, they're pretty damn sturdy.
Yeah. I make my way to the main desk, where I spot you go busying yourself with something or another.
I had to get freaking cows to make books in Minecraft. I'm not happy.
Yup.
Fuck this.
She smiles at me as I enter and waves. Hello, Hasao.
Hissa.
Good to see you again. What are you looking for this time?
You.
Nothing in particular, I guess. What did you say?
I said you.
Imagine if there was a Yuko social link.
I
So
really wish there was.
Yuko path.
Make a
What
mod.
am I saying?
Make a mod for it.
Make a mod. Dude, that would be great to like mod this game, put in a Yuko path, put in an Akira path,
Akira.
put in a legit Misha path, where halfway through it's like, no, she's a lesbian, you fail.
Exactly.
Nothing in particular, I guess. I guess I did.
Wait, what?
I just didn't really feel like going back to my room is all.
What the fuck?
What?
Oh, I'm ahead of you.
You go nuts. Well, if you're unoccupied, maybe you could help me look for something?
Oh god damn it! It's like a freaking quest.
Fetch quest. Sure, what do you need? You brings a finger to her lips and looks around furtively.
I need you to kiss these right here on my face. These.
She seems to be looking for eavesdroppers. Come closer.
Closer.
I take a few hesitant steps forward while feeling distinctly unnerved. Yugo lowers her voice to a confidential whisper. I'm on the trail of the Yamaku cat burglar. The what? Shh! The walls have ears, is how?
No.
Or
Kenji
am I?
has the walls.
Listen, those missing books, remember them? Yeah? Well, they weren't missing. They were stolen. I'm
It's
convinced
Kenji.
of it. I remember you saying something of the sort earlier, but how do you... I remember you saying something of the sort earlier, but how do you know? Hugo leans in closer and, if possible, whispers even louder. Because I found one of his hiding places. So what? Hugo looks triumphant.
Is it the mystery section?
I found one of his stashes. It was
If,
under one of the stairwells in the boys' dorm.
if you watch Ned's Classified, you'll understand what that joke means.
3 books I've been looking for. All there. I suspected a thief before, but this proves it. So, did you take back the books?
I'm really ahead of you now. I don't know why.
Yuko looks as if I just suggested she walk around naked.
Why not?
What?
That is a perfectly logical idea. Why not? Perfect.
He can't know I'm onto him. He might go around and evade capture. So what do you need my help with then? Hugo casts another glance around the library and leans closer. You've got a spy for me. Spy?
She's so pleasant.
Yeah, like when you're in the dorms, you know? Keep an eye out for suspicious activity.
You could just tell her it's Kenji because you know he stole a book that she was looking for.
Yeah. But you didn't have enough common sense. What constitutes suspicious, anyway? I mean, Kenji's a pretty suspicious. I wager he barely goes to class, much less sneak into the library to pilfer books. I mean, you, the player, knows it's Kenji.
But
His
Hisao is just stupid.
Yeah.
How is he going to become a scientist again?
Still, what's the harm in saying yes? At least it'll get me out of this weird-ass conversation. Yeah, I can do that, no problem. Yuga straightens up and claps excitedly. Great! Now, hurry up and talk about something else in case someone comes in.
Comes in
How's
where?
the school treating you? Pretty well, actually.
Comes in where?
I've been running in the mornings with...
Comes in where?
What?
Nothing.
Through the door to the library? Yeah.
See?
How'd you know?
Everyone
I
knows.
took you two in the tea house, remember?
Oh yeah.
I deduced that if you were going to run with anyone, it would probably be her. She looks pleased with herself. Impressive.
You're a regular... Fuck, what's his name?
Yuko.
No, the dude that solves mysteries and is famous. Sherlock.
His name is Yuko.
His name is...
Anyway, yeah, she's been running in the mornings. And we, kind of started dating.
She sucks my dick every night, yeah.
False. Yuko claps her hands together excitedly.
False for now.
Really? That's great. I bet you two are great together.
You have no idea.
I love seeing people find one another like that, you know?
Yeah.
I even thought to myself when you walked into the Shanghai that one time, I wonder if that kid will wind up with one of those girls. Really? Yugo doesn't seem to notice my somewhat weirded out tone and nods affirmatively. Yep, I can tell that you'd wind up with one of them, you know?
Yeah.
I've got an eye for that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Of course. Her expression drooped slightly. I'm not so good at it myself. I'm sure that's not true. Oh, it's true. I met this guy once. We got along really great, but it turned out he was younger than me. And that was kind of weird, but not terribly so. What was really weird was that he disappeared one day, and I haven't seen him since then.
Is it Kenji?
Ah. That does seem kind of odd. Doesn't it? I hope it wasn't something I did. I feel compelled to reassure her.
It's Kenji.
I'm sure. I intended tried to calm her down further, but both of us surprised at the ring suddenly coming from my pocket.
Wait, what?
Oh, sorry, my dick is ringing. You guys sighs to say yourself, and I pulled the phone from my pocket. I feel a little sheepish for indirectly causing the incident.
Wait. Since when do they have cell phones?
I've always said so.
I don't remember that being part of this story.
It never was specifically brought up, but I mean, it's modern day. Why would they have a cell phone? It's a really shitty cell phone. If you click.
Oh god.
It's a really shitty cell phone, but it's a cell phone.
It's like ring.
Emmy, what's up?
Oh, nothing.
Oh, thank God I haven't called your phone before. Or, oh, sorry, he's over. Oh, thank God I haven't called your phone before. I didn't know if this number would work or whether you pick up and I'll get. Whoa there, Emmy, slow down. What's wrong? There's a pause on the other side of the line. during which I can hear Emmy trying to control her breathing in order to calm down. Something's got her terribly agitated, and it's starting to agitate me.
It's her leg.
Can you stop by? Like, now? Or shortly after now?
Why are you doing that?
To simulate the voice coming over the phone.
That's just stupid.
I really, really need to talk to you.
It's about your dick.
There's a sound of pleading in the last sentence. Well, she did just make a ring. I don't think I've ever heard from her. Of course, I'll be right there. Hold steady, okay? My increasingly agitated state, I've apparently started saying things that don't quite make sense.
His ringing dick reminds me.
Like, hold steady.
Reminds me of this old joke that me and my other friends used to make about pants vibrating when a phone's ringing. Like, pants vibrating.
Okay, I'll be okay. See you soon.
Where is she?
Press the button to end the call before slipping the phone back into my pocket, apologizing to Yuko for running off and run off. Perhaps at some point I would have stopped to think about the time or how suspicious it looks for a guy to enter the girl's dorm at this hour. Except right now I'm just concerned with getting Emmy to Emmy and finding out what's wrong and how I can help her.
I swear to God, that said fingering.
What did? Finding?
Yes.
Getting to Emmy and figuring out what's wrong. What? I knock on the door and am greeted with a subdued, "Come in." Something is very wrong as I stare at the scene before me. Emmy is there, yes.
No, she isn't.
Yeah, you're right, she is. But she's in a wheelchair, and her legs are missing. I glance around the room and see them sitting in a corner, looking like they've been thrown there. Emmy responds to my entrance with a lopsided grin that is both pleased to see me and completely, utterly heartbroken. Hi, Hasao. It looks like she's been crying, but if she was, she's stopped now. I notice I'm a little out of breath, having taken the stairs two at a time in order to get here. I doesn't seem to mind this train, though. I file this happy fact away for later consideration. Like, when I'm not staring at somewhat dumbstruck at my girlfriend in a wheelchair.
That's what she said.
Realizing I've still not responded to her greeting, my brain lurches into gear. Hey, what happened? Guess I should have listened to you, Sal.
Oh, what'd she do?
My leg's got a nasty infection. I'm not allowed to run on it for at least a couple of weeks. She used a bitter laugh that shouldn't be coming from her.
Do these dorms got elevators?
Yeah, I can't even walk on it.
They
I could have used a crutch and kept one of my legs, but I didn't see the point. Why hop? You can't run on one leg.
Can I
At least
prove him wrong?
this way I can still, I don't know, roll fast or something. Yeah, that's good, right? Awkward attempt to look on the bright side seems appreciated, but not really effective.
Do a wheelie. Do a wheelie. Tell her to
Emmy
do a
shrugs
wheelie.
again.
She needs to do a wheelie.
It's just kind of a nuisance.
She needs to do a wheelie.
I mean, we can't even eat up on the roof right now. No wheelchair access.
I'll carry you.
Yeah, but that's not a big deal, right? We can still eat together, and that's the more important thing.
I'll carry her.
That lopsided grin again. It
Fucking
hurts to
carry
look
her.
at.
Bitch, why don't you carry her?
I suppose so, yeah. She's gotta weigh like nothing.
Yeah, she's gotta be a feather.
But like I said, it's a nuisance. I mean, I really haven't used a wheelchair in
Wait, what the fuck?
things.
Where am I? Okay.
I don't fucking know.
I keep clicking randomly.
Stop. Maybe 7 years? Something like that, anyway.
Okay.
A long time. I'm afraid I'm a bit out of practice. Well, fortunately, it's only temporary, right? Emmy nods. Oh yeah, of course. It's not like I've lost him permanently. It's a pain in the ass all the same. I nod sympathetically. There's not much else I can do after all. What am I gonna do, say I told you so?
Yes.
Although I did tell her so. Well, by the time I noticed, it was too late anyway. Do you need help with anything? That is, can I help with anything? Emmy shakes her head, and there's a bit of her usual grin back. Nah, I can manage fine by myself.
Why'd you call me here?
Although if you wanted to help me over to my bed, it would save me the trouble of rolling over there myself. I blush in spite of myself.
You lazy bitch.
Emmy giggles, man.
She's so lazy.
Pardon me for a second.
You don't get pardoned.
I'm being pardoned.